program started out with 8 people. It was not Search at the time, it was Near North Parents and Friends of the Retarded, and it was a place that serviced children with mental retardation or developmental disabilities, but that was the term then. They were excluded from public schools. So a group of parents formed Near North Parents and Friends of the Retarded so that they would have a place for their children to get educational resources. We were one of the first fully funded programs. Olivet Community Center, the building was old, it was huge. We were occupied first one room, and then I think we occupied at the end of our term there probably pretty much one half of the first floor. Some students came in who had some educational experience. Some kids came in when they were 3. Some were not speaking, not toilet trained, the whole range. I became involved in Search in 1972. I came as the teacher. The first development of the day program, when we had people who were aging out of the program, other people in the community who had family members who needed services during the day, we developed a program called the Earthchild Emporium. And it was actually an apartment upstairs on Sheffield Avenue that we rented right across from the L Stop, and then down below was a storefront activity space where the people in the Earthchild program produced bread. They made arts and crafts products for sale. And then upstairs in the apartment, the idea was that they learned how to take care of themselves, how to cook, how to take care of an apartment, how to become more independent and, independent living in the community on a day basis, because we didn't have a residential program at the time. So it's, changed quite a bit from that initial beginning.
It was very much a family-like atmosphere. It was small. We spent a lot of time with each other, expanding and growing and learning, and it was really neat. I liked being part of that. Even though Search had been around for a number of years before I even got there, it really felt like I was part of something that was going to be bigger and better.
You can't really talk about Search's first 35 years without first acknowledging the enormous contribution of our founding executive director, Sandy Luchowski. She was a courageous visionary. And through her leadership and pure grit and determination, she was able to breathe life into this program philosophy that we now know as Search's unique brand. And she did it with good humor and kindness and a generous spirit. And that spirit is still with us today.
When the New England House was opening, the neighbors were very much up in arms. They didn't know exactly who was going to be moving in. That caused a great deal of concern, even to the point of neighbors being, I wouldn't say violent, but approaching violence and trying to, prevent people from, moving in and demanding to know who was going to live there.
Oh, that's happened in a number of the houses. And I remember watching people's reactions to it. These, quote, strange-looking people. And it was troubling. It was troubling to the residents and everything else.
To the point where the federal marshals had to be called.
Not only that, but the realtor was putting her business on the line by getting involved with us because we're bringing these people in.
Which is pretty ironic, since the women who live at New England are very non-threatening people who pretty much, just need a great place to live, and they're certainly no threat to the community.
The ones where there was a desire not to have us there, have completely turned around in almost every case.
Before I came to Search, I worked for a company that provided residential services for adults with disabilities, and in Uptown. And it was a really sad experience. They weren't taken care of. People in the neighborhood took advantage of them. And it was just not a healthy environment for these individuals.
I think Search's proudest moment was when a large institutional nursing home in the Uptown community was being closed by the Department of Public Health for quality of care issues, for underserving people and mistreating them. Over the course of 6 months, Search bought, renovated, furnished, and staffed 9 new group homes so that 56 of those folks could avoid going into institutions.
A lot of them came with health problems that they were neglected over the years. Search took on a huge task, but they wanted to help these people. They saw that they needed their help.
They moved into communities on the north side of Chicago and the northern suburbs and became viable members and citizens of those communities.
I look at it 10 years later, I look at these people 10 years later, and I see how healthy and happy they are, that they feel like they're part of a community, that they feel like they're part of a family, that they have a home.
And that, for them, was transformational in their life. And for us as an organization, it was transformational as well.
We've gone from being in schools, we're no longer a school, we're doing day training, a huge residential piece.
They had no residences. They were serving a population that was probably 1/5 of what it is now.
It was very small and new and growing, and now it's still that way. So I guess in a sense, it continues to parallel the early years, yet there's certainly more of it. We're a lot bigger. Even though Search has a couple hundred staff and several hundred members that we serve, you still get that sense of smallness, of closeness, of friendship, family.
I started at Search 1 year ago yesterday. My work entails mostly working with Planet Access Company right now as a means to diversify Search's income. What that means is that we're not as dependent on the state as we used to be, and we're doing it through a sustainable business in Planet Access Company. Planet Access Company is an order fulfillment warehouse. So what that means is that we hold our customers' inventory and we ship it off to their customers. So one of our big customers right now is Horny Toad, and if they have 5,000 units of shirts and pants that need to go to the Chicago REI store, we package that up and ship it off to REI.
A big part of our future has to be to become sustainable over a long period of time. And to do that, we have to be economically viable, and we have to develop a model for services that can support itself over time. And so that's where our social enterprises come in.
We have to participate in social ventures in order to get our reliance away from the state. And I think Planet Access was brilliant because it fit perfectly with our relationship with Horny Toad. And B, it allows us to expand, basically use our imagination.
There are a variety of opportunities for folks at Planet Access Company. They include bagging and tagging of clothing and other apparel. We had a large-scale collating job. We also do shrink wrap work. We're doing a special job for a promotional company where we're helping them get their t-shirts and golf towels ready for some promotional events. We're also creating more opportunities for people to interface directly with the warehouse. So the individuals on the pack work crew are beginning to do a lot of the prep work for the warehouse, and ultimately our goal is to actually have a Search program member employed at Planet Access Company through our training vehicles. The cool part about Planet Access Company to me is that it's not just a business, it's also a really meaningful means of employment and paid work opportunities for people with developmental disabilities. We're trying to make the impact of Planet Access as broad as possible. We're doing that in two ways in addition to the work opportunities for individuals. One is Search for Adventure. That is an outdoor recreation and adventure program for Search's program members that tries to give people access to the vacation and outdoor experience.
Our members are given opportunities that perhaps you and I take for granted. Getting out and participating in experiences that the members wouldn't even know that they liked doing. So my job is to help people discover what they like to do and then give them that opportunity to do it. When people see me, they light up. And I just know that they know that something good is going to happen. Camping's fun too.
The intent is to do about 2 of these large-scale trips per quarter for Search's program members. And the connection between Planet Access Company and Search for Adventure is that a large part of Search for Adventure's budget is funded through Planet Access Company net income. The LIST program stands for Light Industrial Skills Training, and that's really a means of making a stronger commitment to training and employment readiness for Search's program members. And the purpose of it is to provide an immersive job training experience at the warehouse, a regular evaluation experience so that we can regularly test people's skills, and then actually job placement services. So at the end of the LIST program, when people graduate, our goal is to have them graduate into community employment positions.
The adult learning programs encompass all of the day services that are provided at Search. We provide services to over 385 clients daily in 8 different locations. We bring people from their homes into a day training site. We do all kinds of rehabilitation activities, everything from activities of daily living, skill training, to academics, to leisure and recreation activities. What we've tried to do is to really increase the amount of community integration that people have by, first of all, asking people what they want to do and then trying to arrange those activities for them. We have people that participate in Meals on Wheels and people that go to nursing homes and run bingo games, all kinds of things that people have done that they enjoy. They give them the opportunity to give something back to the community or just take advantage of we're in Chicago, so there's so many things for people to take part in. We're really all about individualized services. One of the things that I look for are people happy. You know, does their life have meaning and purpose to them? Are they doing things every day, and are they with people every day that they enjoy? You know, we have people that want to work, and so we've done everything we can to try and make more work opportunities available. Our supported employment program helps people find competitive employment in the community.
Once they're secure in a job, you see them blossom in so many other areas of their life. When you help them advance their career or find their dream job, you just see the improvement in many, many areas. They're so anxious to go to work. I have many employers tell me that they don't have any better motivated employees. I talked to an employer today and I didn't realize that the only employee who has been there longer than the owner of the business is one of our clients, and he's definitely one of the family there.
4 of our programs operate within skilled nursing facilities for people that are too medically fragile to leave those facilities, and those are programs I've always been especially proud of here at Search. It's a very challenging population, and I'm always intrigued by the fact that we have our lowest turnover in those programs. That dedication is amazing.
Supported living basically is trying to make 136 individuals' lives as normal as possible in the community with as much community integration or inclusion as possible. We have 23 homes. We have purchased our 24th and we're waiting for that to open. Supported living program is a 24-hour program, 365 days a year. We deal with every aspect of their life. That is assistance in cooking, keeping the home clean, bathing. The most important quality of life issue is the community integration and the recreation. Almost everybody knows what they like to do. It might be watching TV or it might be going to a Chicago Rush football game. We have a goal in my department to get most of the members out 8 times a month, and we generally succeed. Our program is set up where the homes are immaculate. In fact, I would live in any of our homes, and I don't just say that because I'm the division manager. I say that because they are beautiful, beautiful homes. We get top shelf furnishings, top shelf decorations, so that we can elevate the overall mood of the house.
One thing that always strikes me when I'm in the group homes and when I'm visiting with the people receiving services is how comfortable and happy they seem. Many of the people we provide services for came from living situations that were just horrible beyond belief. It's always amazing and very rewarding when you do see the person begins trusting the people around them, trusting that they can tell people around them what it is they want, what they need, what they want to do. The people around them are listening and are helping them achieve those things to whatever extent is possible. We have been able to establish 2 clinics, one at our Northbrook site and another at the Lincoln site, where we have agreements with physicians.
In the clinic, we hold primary care physicians. We have psychiatric services, psychological services that are provided. We have podiatry services that are provided. We have diagnostics. We can do bedside EEGs. We can do bedside portable x-rays. We have a neurologist that comes.
That has really helped resource-wise in terms of getting people the medical care that they need. And that certainly plays a huge role in how they're feeling and how they're then able to experience what's going on around them, experience work, experience recreation and leisure. When for the first time perhaps their medical needs are being met, they feel good, they feel healthy.
It, of course, is our goal in residential to maximize everybody's potential, which includes just basically their fun in life, their quality of life.
The future of Search has everything to do with how well we are able to listen to the wants, needs, and desires of the people that we serve.
What differentiates Search